The military are the big spenders on day 3 of Russia's biggest air show. Major deals have been agreed for a fleet of cutting-edge jets and helicopters. Russia's armed forces are going through a major upgrade, and Alexei Yershevsky has been finding out where the money is being spent.
It's deals on the ground and thrills in the air. Of course, many deals have been signed already in the past 3 days here at the MAKS Air Show in the Moscow region. But of course, those should also be happy about the way MAKS has went so far is the Russian Defense Ministry.
We have a long-term contract to receive Su-34 fighters. We're also planning to purchase the new Yak-130 fighters, modernized Mi-28 and M attack helicopters, and the newest Ka-52 helicopters. Prime Minister Vladimir Putin has ordered the modernization of the Russian armed forces, and this obviously includes the Air Force.
We've just heard roars of Ka-52 helicopters, the brand new helicopters by the Kamov Design Bureau, the makers of a legendary Ka-50 Black Shark helicopter. And my colleague Gayanet Chichikan did a report to explain what this new helicopter Ka-52 is all about. Let's watch it right now.
One of the most powerful and maneuverable fighting helicopters in the world is the Ka-52, known as the Alligator. But in the air, it seems as light as a bee. This chopper, just like its predecessor, the Black Shark, has no tail rotor, marking it out from other flying predators. On top, its opposite spinning blades help to make it immune to strong winds from any direction. Pilots say it's like driving an automatic after driving a manual.
It's easier to land and easier to take off. With a tail rotor, you have to manage both, that one and the one on top. But here you just don't think about it. It's very unfussy.
Its simple handling could be crucial in combat. The Alligator can work in almost any weather, day or night. And its unique tail design means it needs less space to land, handy for working in the mountains, the forest, or even in the city.
Twin rotor blades are the trademark of the whole family of Kamov helicopters. They add to the chopper's maneuverability, safety, and they're easier for pilots to handle. And no other brand in the world has a serial production of helicopters without tail rotors.
But the Alligator's aerial acrobatics are only the start. Highly advanced lasers and infrared, coupled with sophisticated data systems designed to make search and targeting much easier. Alexander Smirnov has been testing helicopters for 30 years and says the Alligator is the most reliable chopper he's ever piloted.
We've never had a radar location system like the one on this helicopter. It was a very powerful attack warning system installed. Here we get accurate information about the objects that are aiming at the helicopter.
The Alligator is armed to the teeth. Its weapons are arguably seen as superior to existing combat helicopters. A dozen anti-tank missiles, which can hit a target 8 kilometers away, a powerful 30 mil cannon, and a huge battery of rockets to defend itself in the air and hit targets on the ground. Something else separating the Alligator apart is its twin-seat cockpit. Sitting side by side, the pilots can be better coordinated, and each can take control.
Just imagine you're sitting in a car and your co-pilot is sitting behind you. How well can you co-relate with him if you don't see him? And here I can just look him in the eye and see what he's up to in any given situation. It's like playing piano with 4 hands.
The Ka-52 is going through its final tests. If successful, the Alligator can then be released into the wild and become the powerhouse of Russia's airborne special units. Gayanet Chichikan, RT, Moscow.
The Moscow Air Show has attracted lots of foreign guests here, lots of specialists from other countries, and to talk about the impression of one of those foreign guests here at the MAKS Air Show in Moscow, we're joined in the Moscow region by Jimmy Lau, the Managing Director of the Singapore Air Show, to be held in February next year. Many thanks for joining us here despite the unusually cold weather in August. My first question to you, what is your general impression of this air show in Moscow? Have you been here before? Have you got a chance to compare?
No, this is our first visit, and we've been very pleasantly surprised. The whole gamut of Russian technology is on show here, both military as well as a good amount of commercial technology. So we're very pleased to be here visiting our customers as well. You've got plenty of space here, which helps a lot. Got a lot of ground to cover. It's a fantastic, efficient, organized event. We're very pleased to be meeting just about all our customers here, which was simple enough. But I think in terms of presentation, it's one of the best I've seen anywhere in the world. The amount of static aircraft display and the way the decor is being done here is very conducive to the usually very hard look of air shows around the world. And I think the Russian industry is gaining ground around the world, and especially in Asia Pacific as well. So it's certainly an interesting proposition for the Russian companies to be going out to Asia Pacific to promote themselves. Yeah.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Lau. This was Jimmy Lau, the head of the managing director of the Singapore Air Show, to be held in February next year.